My name is Ogden, and I've dedicated the last 4 years of my life to improving my social skills. And at that time, I made some decent progress. I've even been able to help out a couple of guys achieve similar results. So if you want one-on-one help from me, you can check out the first link in the description. But in this video, I'm going to very quickly explain what I learned about confidence, which is pretty much the only video you're gonna ever need to watch to understand how to achieve it. So really pay full attention. What you need to understand, first of all, is the confidence formula. That's what I call it. What confidence actually is. Confidence is competence. Competence is experience, and experience is action. You get confidence by becoming good at something. You get good at something by doing that thing over and over again, and you do the thing by actually taking action. Meaning you can kind of shorten it down to confidence equals action. And this is something that you will very often see in YouTube videos when you search up how to be confident. They will give you these examples of, for example, Cristiano Ronaldo being super confident in football or Michael Jordan being super confident in basketball because they're really good at those sports. But they never explain how to actually become confident in situations like around people, around girls, how to not care what other people think, the things which we all strive for and which we all look for when we search up how to be confident. So first, I'm gonna go over how to not care or how to stop caring what other people think. The way that you do this is actually pretty simple. If we found out, right, that confidence is equivalent to action, then you just have to ask yourself, how do you take action in this area of not caring what other people think? And what I realized recently was that the way that you do this is you just simply get yourself in more situations where people are going to be judging you, where people are going to be having maybe negative opinions of you. Get more experience in that area, and eventually you will stop really giving a fuck about what they think. So how you put this in actionable terms is just ask yourself, what is something that you want to do, that you've probably been wanting to do for months, maybe even years, but that you've never done because you're scared what other people are going to think of you, someone's going to make fun of you, people are going to gossip, whatever. Ask yourself what that thing is, and then just take action on that thing. Even if it's something pretty small, because if it's something big, you might not have the courage to do it right now. Start small, progressively overload, and it will kind of be like, you can imagine like, you kind of become like the guy, the soldier, who spent like years in the battlefield. When you arrived, you were so scared of everything, but then you spent so much time in the battlefield that now you're just confident. Sure, it's still kind of risky, it's kind of scary, but you spent so much time under, fire that you're confident. It's the same thing here. You do these things which people are going to be kind of talking about and talking behind your back maybe and making fun of you for such a long time that you just get used to it and you just don't give a fuck anymore. That is how you stop caring what other people think. And I genuinely think there is no YouTube video, no other video on the internet which will explain it as simply as this. Now, the second example of confidence, which most of us, when we're searching up confidence, we want to learn about, is confidence with girls. How do you get to that point where you can be like that cocky, confident guy who speaks to any girl, who the girls chase? With girls, it's a little bit of a paradox, right? Because in order to get confidence, you need to get experience. But you can't really get experience with girls unless you already have the confidence, right? Because no girl is going to want to spend time around you if you're super anxious and awkward, right? So the way to solve this, which is very interesting. By the way, all of these things I learned from this book called What Women Want by Tucker Max and Jeffrey Miller. You can check it out. Great book. But basically, the way that you kind of cultivate confidence around girls is you just get yourself competent, right? You get good and, through that confident in areas which girls find attractive. What this means is basically there are different things, different traits that girls find attractive in a guy, which attracts them to the guy. Stuff like physical health, so being in shape, stuff like having status, maybe being famous, stuff like being rich, stuff like being intelligent, being social, being having social skills and being knowing people and stuff like that. these are just a few of the traits which girls find super attractive in guys. And the way that you not only get girls to be attracted to you, but you also get confident naturally around girls is you become competent and henceforth confident in these areas. So what you do is you one by one just start getting good at them. You start going to the gym, you start practicing your social skills, like taking action on some of these things that I speak about, like you go speak to people, you make some new friends, you maybe start working on a business, you get rich, you start reading more books, you start traveling, you become actually intelligent and actually interesting, and after a while, you become the kind of guy that girls are naturally attracted to. And because of the fact that you now kind of consciously, but even on a down or like a subconscious level, know that you are the type of guy that girls are attracted to, you naturally just become mega confident. So you get the confidence naturally, and on top of that, the girls literally start coming to you because of the fact that you become such an attractive guy to them. Now in the future I'll make another video where I go more kind of in depth on these specific traits and how to level them up, but this is just the general kind of outline, the foundation that I want you to understand. Confidence is equivalent to action. If you wanna not care what other people think, just do things which they will, gossip about and talk about, get in that space and get a bunch of experience like that, and then you'll just stop caring. And if you want to get confidence around girls, just develop the traits which the girls find attractive. Now here's your action step for this video. I want you to choose one area, one trait right now that you're gonna level up in and get as much experience in as possible. I want you, whether it's the gym, whether you start working on a business or start reading or whatever it may be, even if it might be like taking action on what I explained or not caring what other people think, I want you to find one area of your life and I want you to get as much experience in that area in order to get confidence. So find some area where you want confidence and just work on it as much as possible, get as much competence as possible, and notice how your confidence naturally just rises. Now, if you want to learn from me one-on-one and you want to learn a little bit more, you can check out the first link in the description. That's where you'll find my community, where you'll find other like-minded guys on the same journey, but you can also hop on a one-on-one call with me. If you found this video helpful, I think you'll find a lot of value in this video. Click on the subscribe button and do the work.